Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna show you one of my really favorite collection I have created. It's from 2017 and it's called Intuitive. I really love the colors. I love the combination of those bold colors and the vintage with the gessos, and I like to go with you through the folders and show you what's all included. But first of all, here are some layouts from my creative team. First of all, I like to show you this canvas. I've created that for myself, and it's in my dining room. And it's I created it with all the elements from the collection and the styles and the brushes, and it's really huge, and I did let it print, and it hangs in my dining room since 2.5 years, and I really like it. So that is something you can really create with one of my collections. Not only the Intuitive, it's so much more what you can do with all my stuff. Okay, let's go to the through the creative team layouts, and you see what they have done. I really like the purple and the watercolor and the, how can I say, all the texture comes out very intense, I think, in this collection. So this is really something special. Okay, here we go. Here are the previews of the element packs in really fast way, so we can go quickly into the folders now. Okay, here we go. So we have Artsy Bits and Pieces number 1. Well, we have only one pack with Artsy Bits and Pieces, and this is what you get. Artsy Bits and Pieces, flowers, etc. Some pieces with gesso, and then we have a second pack. It's the folder B. So when you download the Artsy Bits and Pieces number 1, you get 2 downloads again, because of the file size that it's a little bit smaller than to download for those who have a slower connection. And this is the pack B. What you get: drips, paint, smears, gold, whatever you want. It's yes, a lot of. And here are some I combined here some love letters from my ex, so I like to mention that. Okay, then we have the art circles. You get they are black PNG files, transparent, and also you get an ABR file with them. So they are a little bit like stains, but circles, so you can use them as frames. You can mask into them photos. You can stack them on top of each other. So I think they are a cool tool for not only this collection, also for other collections. And you get altogether 20 different PNG files with that pack, and 1 ABR file for PS and PSE. Then we have the art pack brushes. So these are textures, really strong textures, with also with shadows, realistic shadows. So these are, you can see here, some canvas here, and then we have some watercolor, and here is more canvas, and like a floating watercolor on top of it. And you can combine them with styles, clip a photo on it, like you can see it here on the preview. I clipped here a photo on it. Very different ways to use them. So altogether you get 9 different one of those art packs, masks, however you like to call them, and you get 1 ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. And then the next folders are the drips, totally different drips. You have on top mostly some paint, and from the paint and from the strokes runs down some drips in different ways, different thickness. Sorry, got a hicks. Here we have kind of a little bit of more clouds, so here are more the drips, and then we have here some spreads. Also here's something dripping down, and you get altogether 30 different drips here, and of course you get also ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. Then we have the pack with the magic lights. This is how they look. You get a lot of such artistic swirling. Also some bouquets, overlays, and we have here some light shots, and this lightning is also pretty cool, like this one or that one. So 20 different magic lights you get with that pack. And then we jump into the out-of-the-box blenders. Wow, they are super cool, I think. Very grungy, and I think you will love them. And you get 4 different PSD files with 2 masks, and they are so easily to use and create. And what we going to do now is open again my Pixabay app here. Just a little sip of my tea. Okay, so we use that one. We go on the bottom mask here and just let it how it is. We make a Command J, drag the image on top, and we press Option Command G on Mac, and we are done. And this is our out of the box frames. I call them here blenders because they're extremely blend here, and I think it was one of my first packs for the art out of the box frames, and I attached a blender option here. Okay, so you get here 4 different PSD files, and all are layered, and they are pretty cool. And then we jump into the next folder, Painterly brush mix. Again, some wild brushes. Still can remember when I created them. I think I started with a sponge and only dipped on the paper, and it got wilder and wilder. I used here different cards to scratch on a rough surface to create that one. And then I bought a pen, and you can blow on the back of the pen, and then in front of it comes the color out. So this is how I created them. Blow pen, I don't know how they are called in English. So yes, so these are really some cool, really cool brush mix pieces, all in black PNG, and you get as well here an ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements, 30 pieces in all together in this pack. Okay, then we have some stitches. Also here you get an ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements, and you get 10 different stitches here, totally wild, and all in black transparent, so you can use them wherever you like and overlay and place them on top wherever you want. And I think they are pretty cool as well. So we have the next photo, which are the word arts for this collection, and this is how they look like. This is the intuitive soul, and you have some explaining of the words: valuable, visions, vulnerable, and we have some demo tapes. And I can remember I started a collection with this words. They meant, these words are something, they mean a lot to me. They explain a lot of years I lived in with a relationship, whatever, and this is out of a song, and the tears running down from the words and whatever. So this was the starting point for this collection, and everything else is built up on this. Well, you are sensational, and being intuitive, and yes, yeah. So I think the word arts are pretty cool, and I think you will love it to art journal with them and create really pretty layouts. Of course, you get here a brush file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements, and you can use them as stamps and as brushes here. Then we have the watercolor blends. So these are those ones, perfectly using as mask. Clip a paper on it, clip photo on it, clip whatever you want on it. Also use them with styles or with any other things. So they are very versatile and very well, they blend also pretty cool on your pages. Also here you get an ABR file for Photoshop and Photoshop Elements, and you get 10 different watercolor blends in black transparent. Next we go into the into the papers now, and colorful papers. Here you get 11 different solid paper with all different texture here, and gold, whatever. And this is what I really like on that collection, the gold between, because when you remember here on my canvas, I also used here a lot of gold packs, and this is what you get also in the styles later, as far I know. I hope I don't tell you now something that isn't meant. No, here are the gold papers, and you can clip that on your brushes. So then we have the vintage gesso papers. They are also pretty cool. This is how they look. Also here's some drips here, a lot of text, old texture pages, and on top of it a lot of gesso. Then we have some vintage solid papers. Well, solid should be always very plain and the texture always same, but it's vintage solid. So I hope you like them, because I think they are pretty cool. This one is really great, and here's one with such dried paint, have some butterflies, and in this pack you get altogether 9 different vintage solid papers. So these this is the last pack of papers. Now we jump into the storybook templates, and like always, when you open your files, you get a white canvas, and you shouldn't worry about that, because when you open it, you go on the top layer, click on top, click and hold, and then you slide down on all the elements, and then everything is turned on when you release it. Okay, so this is one of the extra templates. And also here, click on the first layer, slide down and release. So we have the second extra template here that is without any frames. It's only with brush strokes, and they give a nice blending on each other when you use them. Also here we have also nice blending. I think the black strokes are here in the back with the gesso here is cool, and the overlaid color burn. The color burn always is very cool. You can when you turn it off, it looks a little bit differently. It's so you can play with that layer a lot. Color burn. You can also, well, it depends on what you place underneath. If you place an image, or if you place only in paper, so you can change the color a little bit with the color burn layer. So I'm gonna try only that one. It's so cool how it blends. Texture. I think the wood would look great on the back. Only a little bit playing here. So this is how it can look. It can look so differently. And now with the color burn, you can see that's a little bit different, but it makes a little bit more the color pop out of of your image, what is behind or before. So it's totally different where you place the color burn layer and what kind of layer setting you use. Also here you can make a change. When you go here, it will be a lot of white, so this is something we don't want to have. Here more the yellow pops out. Play around with the color burn and you will get so different kind of effects on your layouts. Okay, a lot of talking again about the templates, but yes, I always try to a little bit explain and give you some ideas how to work with the collection. This is now the frame template, so you can use that as start of first page. You can add here your month, you can project name, and maybe you add here some of the some little bit of a description. And yes, this is what you can do. It's totally easy. And how pretty would it be to start your book of a month with that kind of layout. And you can add here also, go back to the textures, we have here some great papers here. Maybe that one. Copy it, place it on top, and clip that here. Make a copy and clip that as well. And then we need to change the color, the text to black, and that's it. I think it's really cool. We can change also the color of the frame here. We can press Command U and then we slide with the hue slider. I like to go into this blue of the boy's shirt. Maybe more over here. So, and then we go down with the saturation so it not pops out like hell. So a little bit lighter, and that's it. This is how your book can look like. And then the next pages can follow with the weekly template or the extra template, and then you have from 1 month a very artsy and pretty cool book. So this is now the frame, and then we go into the week 18. Just open it. Also press the first layer, slide down to turn on everything, and this is the week 18. You can change all the presetted text layers here, so you can override them and add here everywhere your photos. You can also use the mask on the back as masks to add a picture. Well, nature, maybe we can add that here to this one. Go here, download it, and we have placed now here this pretty cool flower, and this is also now in the background. And what you can now do is the first image we had now placed into the transfer mask, you can change now here the settings a little bit and check out if there anything will happen. Like this one, you have now the image here in the back, but it does have a different texture, and this is what now the whole layout makes so interesting, I think, with the texture on top, and this is what it makes artsy. So yes, this is how you can use one of the layouts. And then we jump into the next one. It's the week 19. Also here we open it and we go on top, slide down, and everything is turned on, only not the back. Forgot something. Also here, let's see what we can do when we go into, and I want to use this elephant here. I think it's such a cool photo. And you don't see anything now of the elephant here, but this lightning, and also here only this from the color burn is so cool. And what we're gonna do now, we place now the image in all of those 4 frames now. For that we press Command J, we duplicate it, we press oopsie, where are my layers? Over here. So we have here all the mask. Okay, we have duplicated. Now we move on top and go to mask 3. And we clip that on mask 3. We duplicate it. We drag up the image to mask 2. We clip it, and then we make another copy and we place it on top of mask 2, and we clip it over here, and then we press another one time and we place it on top of mask 1, and also we clip it here. So now you can see what we did. So the image with the elephant is clipped into all of our 4 masks. And now I like to slide the image to the left side. For that, we press Command, click on the layer with the image of the elephant, another one. You see now we have all 4 and the last one on the back, and now we hold all them together and we press here on the bottom of our layers here, and now they are all clipped together, so nothing will happen. Wherever we are and we want to move those, they all move together. You see, we can move all them together, and we move it the way that the elephant will be now centered in our masks here. And we make the image a little bit smaller, and also from the bottom here, so we have it now sized down. Okay, what I miss here a little bit, this part of the head of the elephant. Let's try something. We duplicate that image again, and now we going slide down to the paint over here and clip it on the paint. And now you can see what happens. Now we can see here a little bit of the head, and let's try some of the settings here. Multiply, lighten, I think will not work. Also the overlay, for that is the contrast too much. So linear burn, color burn, or multiply. So I think we're going to linear burn. And maybe we're a little bit. So yes. But that's not everything what I want. I think I want to try something different. And we turn the layer on top, and we use here the quick selection tool, and let's try and pick here pieces of the ear and the head to select that. So okay, that's it. That's not pretty cool. Now the head of the elephant really sticks out. You see how they are called just in English, those elephant teeths. I like to have them as well over the frame here, and for that I try to select them as well. Come on. Oh, depends on what tool you have chosen up here, so you need to have chosen the one with the plus sign. Okay, and then we have here the teeth, and then what we now need to do is we go on. Now the image is selected here on our layers. And what we're going to do now is we change to the mask on the elephant's head. And we press the color here needs to be black or white. And we need the white one because it will delete parts of our mask then when we choose white. So we hit Command and Delete key, and now we have the whole head with the elephant on top of our frames. And what we also now can do is add a little bit of a drop shadow. So the head really pops out and makes it much more dimensional. So this is what you can do with the frames as well. So also here a lot of playing, a lot of fun, and I think we need to jump into the next template. They are where they are. So here we go. First layer, slide down, and this is the next one. It's the week 20. Also very cool here with the strokes, and you can blend here pretty nicely papers with photos, and you get a nice effect. Also here you have a color burn layer to change here some of the colors. And then we have the week 21. Top, slide down. This is week 21. And then we have week 22. Slide down. And this is how the week 22 looks like. Okay, so we had now the weekly templates, and now we're going to the storybook templates. Also here we have the same procedure. Top, slide down, and you have everything visible, what you maybe not see when you open the folder, so don't worry about that. This is page 2 and 3, page 4 and 5. There is one. This is also I think they are so clean, with a lot of, well, not a lot of, with less artsy parts, but you can add always one of the artsy bits, so if you think that's too clean for you. But you can also leave it how it is and add here really wonderful images. Let's use only one of those nature images. Make it a little bit bigger. Press Command J. Place it on the back. There's another. And how cool looks that? I mean, you only now need to add maybe one of the solid papers. Maybe we use that gold one. Let's see how that will look on the back. This is the gold, and make it a little bit big. So it blends perfectly. You can see this watercolor, how it goes into this gold paint textured paint. And then we just hold on a second. fall. Let's to add here something. Let's use that one. Only this is now, it's nothing prepared when I start to make those layouts in my videos, so it's only starting with an idea or with an image here, what I see on this Pixabay app. This is maybe not that good working here, so I don't want to use this one. I like that one. I think this will look pretty cool because it's a detail photo and we have the blurry background, and I think this will work perfectly. Yes, it will. So this is how the page can look like. You can add here the text. You can also move the text somewhere else if you want, because the texture of the image is very busy here, and so it's better maybe to move it somewhere else on the solid paper. This is how you can start a storybook template. Let's go back into it, and we have the next one. This is the next one. Also nice, this free space here you have with a lot of texture, which you can overwrite and place your own words in it. And also here you have a nice huge mask, and let's add that one here. And this is how it can look like if you have colorful picture. And then you can add here one of the vintage solid papers, maybe this one. And only, or you want to add a word art, what is also possible. You can go back, word arts, let's use the intuitive, and this is how it can look like then, only with using the word arts from the pack out. Also we can delete or turn off the words and use one of them. So easy and fast, and you have a beautiful cleaner, artsy storybook for 1 month, and you get it easy done, fast done, because everything is already very prepared and easy to use. Okay. Now we have the storybook with page 8 and 9. Oops. That's the next one. Also here you have a huge place for an image, and also only for the background, maybe a paper. And then we have the last double page. Don't resolve. And this is how it looks like, with a lot of different sized masks. So you can add here coordinating photos you have taken from one series out and place them here, and change the text, and you are done. The last page is that one. So it coordinates pretty nicely with the title. So you can also here change easily and create everything easily. Close that one. Gonna save that. And this is the pack with the storybook templates. We have them all open. These are the weekly 21, so you can see them now. Again, this is the nice one with the elephant. I really love this lightning and everything. Also, that one is so cool. Pretty sweet. Big eyes. What a cutie. And this. So I hope you feel inspired by a little bit of talking with the templates and how easily they are to use. So this is what I showed you now with the templates. Okay, and then we jump into the Painters Toolbox now. We're going to start with the candy styles. We have here some candy styles. We double click on it. I only double click on it and show you the preview now. These are the candy style. They work perfectly with little shapes and thin text. Then we have the basic colors of this collection. You get the color swatch. These are the colors I work with in this collection, and also the styles. And then we have foliage painted. I recently found the original ones here in my papers, and I really can't remember when I created them as well, because I think I watched a Bob Ross TV show before, and I wanted to do some trees, and he's talking about those trees and those happy trees, and the happy tree doesn't shouldn't be alone, so he needs a brother, and he painted a second tree. And I really love to watch those TV shows with this guy, and I feel inspired, and this is what I've created out of using different paintbrushes. And I think also those will work perfectly with the upcoming styles I show you now. And you get in this pack 30 different foliage painted stems, and also you get here an ABR file with for PS and PSE, so you're covered with them. Okay, we have some gesso styles here. Double click on it. This is the preview. Texture gesso overlaid thick 10 thinners combination. Then we have the impasto styles. This is how the preview looks like. Also, I'm gonna double click here, and then we have the painterly overlays. I painted them on a canvas paper. I tried there some different kind of paint, some cracked up, and then we have some watercolors, and I poured them together. I painted over them, and then made those overlay textures. And this is how they can look when you choose colors and styles and whatever, so you can combine them with each other or clip anything else on them. I think it's fun to use them. And you get 4 different 12x12 painterly overlays in that pack. And then we have some brush tool styles here. Oh, brush tools and styles. You get an ABR file, you get a TPL file, and you get an ASL file when you open them as well. So the TPL file works for Photoshop 5.5 and higher. The ABR file should work in PSE and PS, but it doesn't have all the information what a TPL file does have. So this is the well, it's, how can I say, this is the top with everything included, and this is a bit, yes, maybe some effects don't come out here in this ABR file, because older version of Photoshop and Photoshop Element doesn't support everything what is included in a TPL file. I try to explain that each time in my videos, so if you hear that now the 100th time, I'm sorry about that. But for those who started maybe the first time watching these videos, and they should really know about the work, and why is there a TPL file, why is there an ABR file, and in this older collection there are TPL files, but in the newer not, because Adobe changed that. I think it was Photoshop 2017, as far I can remember. I'm not 100% sure. They changed that. They don't support TPL file anymore. It's included still in the Photoshop, still, but I assume they will one time change that. And maybe that you can't open TPL files in a time. That is, well, it's assuming, it's not something that I know, but I assume it, and that they stay only on the ABR files, and that from 2017 on you can use ABR files and have everything included what also is in the TPL file. Oh, so complicated. Not because of me, because Adobe, because they think they need to change anything always, that we designers do have to learn always something new when we use our Photoshop, a newer version. So we have here watercolor styles, a lot of watercolor style, very colorful, with a lot of different textures, and they are awesome. And you get an A and a B folder because they are so huge. So I needed to split them up in two folders. And when you open then those ASL files, you have everything loaded together. Don't list large thumbnail I want. So we have here now everything loaded, everything we went through the folders, and now I like to open here a solid paper, and we really I use the wet one, and then we just add here randomly. I will nothing big create now, but only want to show you now the potential of the different styles. So this is cool. We only let that how it is, and let's open that one and place it here, and we use here, where are my styles, and this is one of the watercolor styles. That's not hard which one I should use. So this is a little bit of a gold effect here. And what we're going now is we use now this gold paper we have in the solids, this one, and clip that. Whoops. So we place that here. What we have now attached here a pattern. This is the first what we need to delete that on the layer, and then when we clip that, we have here this really nice gold, a little bit of copper effect now. Let's go into the painterly overlays, copy paste, we go in the background, place it here. And this is what we can do with the watercolor. Isn't it cool? So let's stay on this second one. Copy paste, place it on top, add here a new. And this is how you can start to combine everything. You know, this is only colors. And you can start to build up your own background by using the styles. Okay? Oops, these are the candy style. So I like to stay a little bit on the brighter side that we can see what we are doing on the canvas. I like to show you now the candy styles. Test and make it a little bit bigger. So we have that one. Let's try. This is one of the candy styles. You can see they are nice. A little bit of popping out. Okay. Then we going to use here the vintage TPL ABR files here. So I have loaded them already. We start a new layer. We choose the brush tool, and these are the brushes I have attached, and this is what happened. Then we second layer. Here we go. Also here, or you can use them now as a clipping mask. Oops. Oh man, I only want that one layer here. What is going on now? So this is our mask. Make it, and you can see we can't see the eyes. We go back to the mask layer we have started, and we paint further with our brush tool and change the mask. We've changed. This one is now, you can see when you paint with that one, you get texture here, vintage texture. Oh man, I'm not good today by using my own brushes here. Let's paint that further. And this is another one. We have some butterflies. And we can start a new layer. Place that on top, and we don't make it as a clipping mask. And we change here maybe the color. Change also the watercolor. And this is how we can build up a really colorful page. So this is what you get with the vintage brush tool style set. So you get some styles, and also you get some different brush tools with you can paint and create awesome, really awesomely textures in combination with the watercolor styles. So we are I like to show you a little bit more the impasto style. So they are more solid here. Okay. Okay, white. So also it looks a bit like gesso. This bright blue. So you can see also for me, this collection is from 2017, and I still get attached to all the tools I have created, and everything goes in together, and you can use everything so nicely together because of the colors work perfectly. And if you like to have it colorful, if you like to have some happy stuff, then you really love to work with this huge collection and really artsy collection. And everything I've created in that collection was intuitive. I enjoyed really creating this collection once. How I already explained that with the word art. Look at that. Isn't it cool? I like it. I really, really like it. And I hope you like it as well. And I hope you enjoyed now this video. It was long now again. But all the collection are always so huge, and I want that when you buy it, that you have fun, that you know how to use it. And it's hard for the most of you, or for some of you, to use all the products, what's included. I really hope you enjoy this video, and I like to see all of your layouts, your artworks, whatever, in my gallery or in the anthology group. Okay, I need to stop now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. We always try to answer everything we can in the anthology group. So if you jump in there and have a question, just let me know. We're gonna see us in the next videos, and there are some more videos for this collection. I hope you enjoy it, and we're gonna see us soon. Bye!